different countries, different companies, and for past few years we decided to start creating our own products, and first of them is Zubr. It's a corporate messenger, as I said, and let's continue. As many other companies, we are trying to use existing corporate messengers, Skype, Slack, Microsoft Teams, even Matrix, namely Elements clients, and nothing was good, nothing was convenient to us. So we said, okay, let's create our own corporate messenger. After analysis and talking with our partners and some potential clients, we came to conclusion that convenience is the key. So users, even corporate users, very like convenience, and many companies still using Telegram as main messenger. It's not so convenient for corporate usage, but it's convenient enough to people even to use personal messenger with corporate communications. Also very important, familiar usage patterns, because if you know how to use Telegram and WhatsApp, it's very easy to understand how chat works. And Telegram is so convenient, so Slack and Microsoft Teams cannot compete with them, at least in small companies market. What means in Telegram is corporate functions. What is corporate functions, which I mentioned? It's a convenient notification configuration, including notifications when you are recipient and when you are sender. When you are sender, you also would like to have an option how to notify recipient about your message. Sometimes you don't need to disturb your recipient, and send a message which not require immediate attention can be processed later. Also, as a corporate user, I would like to see accurate user reachability status. For example, if I see that person is not behind PC, I can consider that probably this person take a break, and probably I don't want to disturb this person, and just write the message with notification only on desktop. Another function of corporate messenger is the synchronous communications. It's most likely as email. So you send in a message which do not require immediate attention. You can get response in a few hours or even a few days. You can sometimes you can specify it. We're currently working on such feature to set reaction frame to our message. Also, it's important message threads. Namely, a couple of days ago, I discussed this issue with another Telegram user, and nice lady said that they're using Telegram in their corporate communications, but very messed up with a lot of information and different contexts, and creating a lot of chats just to keep data consistently. It's very inconvenient because simple consumer messenger do not support threading. Also, data security and ownership is very important, because almost all corporate messenger currently proposing SaaS solutions, which means that all of your data, all of your communications are being located on their cloud, and you have no idea how it's been processed, who read that, and how it's safe to in case of failures and in case of some security breaches.
30 seconds.
Okay, our vision, communication convenience is the key. That's why Telegram is very popular. Voice and video messages will grow, and we need to get prepared for such kind of communications. And security data ownership matters, because you want to have control over your data. This is how it looks. We already developed it for years. Now it's a very good polished solution. We are welcome to install this. That's it. Okay.
What's the investor's proposition? Maybe show us the
Yeah.
slide.
Currently we're looking for pre-seed round, acceleration, and some promotion mentoring. We want to go to sales this year.
Okay, thank you, Alexei. Jury, have you got a question?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. You mentioned that convenience is the key, but convenience is a subjective factor. How do you define and measure what is convenience? What is the metrics for defining convenience?
It's pretty enough to analyze what is popular messenger currently on the market. So
What do you mean by that?
it's obvious that Telegram is very convenient messenger because it grows naturally and organically.
Yeah, and follow-up question. Do you know in which countries Telegram is the most popular messenger and in which it is not the most popular? And why?
I know that most my correspondents from other countries, especially from France and the United States, also join Telegram and just see notifications. I don't have numbers about its share, but I believe it grows naturally. This is very good argument.
Could you please tell regarding key purposes of change, for example, Microsoft Teams or Slack, and to start to use your product? Because, you know, as you said, really Microsoft Teams or Slack, they are very sticky because you have a lot of history in these messages. Yeah, and why do you need to choose Microsoft Teams or Slack and use your product?
Yeah, it's a good question. Currently, we do not address this pain like migrate my data from Slack or Microsoft Teams. The reason to migrate is probably good implementation of threads and better implementation of notifications. Because currently it's not developed, but we plan to develop feature is very interesting asynchronous communication between users of Messenger, allowing you to discuss some matters and do not be disturbed every time with notification. I believe advanced features that we plan to finish this year and convenience of the product will be key in switching decision.
Like the question, because of course it's like big market, but did you look at, okay, what is the perfect customer of your product? Because of course, like, you know, there are like some companies that probably will be very hard to move from like the Microsoft Teams because, you know, it's part of much bigger structure on their side. There are some, okay, smaller players that you always use the cheapest and then just some free version, whatever. So like, did you analyze that perfect customer and what kind of, let's call it, the business model is behind it?
Our vision is that our primary market is small companies, and monetization model is either subscription on servers running on our cloud, and second option is licensing installation on premise solution. So we also propose on-premise solution, which is very important for some companies to keep data in your own data center.
What would be the price per user, for example, like kind of range?
We going to try to beat Slack, not trying to pay per user, but trying to pay for package, like a package, like a $20 a month, let's say for 20 users. It's much more cheaper than Slack or Microsoft Teams propose.
Okay, no more questions from the jury?
Could you actually show, because I think we went quite fast over this timeline?
Okay.
No, the previous one. Previous one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like this round that you're kind of gaining, like, you know, what would be kind of runaway, like for how long it will take and when it will be kind of fully commercial?
It's on. Okay. We plan to start sales with Spring, and we plan to finish advanced features. It's advanced features in our case is features that is not included into basic communication chats. It's like advanced communication things for especially corporations, like for it's a kind of dog flow. We plan to finish it on this year, and also on this year, on September, we plan promotion company. It's not so well planned yet, but we define some time frame when we would like to start it.
Okay then, thank you very much, jury. Any questions from the audience? Okay.
Actually, we're using Mattermost in our company. It's basically just a clone of Slack, which is free, and it looks like the company is growing really fast, and you have like much more features. And my question is, how are you making your decisions on like what will be in your product and what's not?
Good question, thank you. Actually, as I said, we are a software development house, and we have about 20 people, and we actively use chat in our work, and we just see what is convenient, what is not. And mostly it's based on our vision and some observations on our partners.
Okay, thank you, Alexei, very much. And please meet our next speaker. Let me remind, it's Dmitry Kaigorodov, who was a co-founder, right, Philip?
Yeah.
But now he represents MeetSlides. MeetSlides
Okay.
project. Okay,
Anyways.
the floor in 5 minutes are yours.
Hello, folks. How's it going? Hope you're having fun here. Okay. Yeah, I failed my last startup, as Kirill said, and
I didn't mention it. I was too kind.
Yeah, thank you. And I joined just a usual job, and my startup experience helped, and I was director of engineering in a company. When I joined, it was like 20 people, and in 1.5 years, it was 300 people. So it grew pretty fast, and I got some stocks, so it's very nice. But you know, things getting boring, and I learned some stuff. And while the company was growing, I needed to educate lots of people, engineers, project managers, technical product managers. And so I've been making lots of presentations. So just, and they were very simple. So it basically was just a set of ideas. I just need to put them on like some slides. And, but the thing is that I took too much time just making those presentations. And at a certain point of time, I just gave up making presentations and just was talking something, making some notes in some text editor and just going through them. And I decided to make a tool just for myself, which would be kind of ugly, but extremely useful for me. And my guess is there are quite some people like me who create presentations, and they care more about content of the presentations, about making a change, about educating people, about like getting the job done rather than like decorations or some other things. And so I've made MeetSlides. You can go to meetslides.com and it will be there. And so the main problem for me with Google Slides was distractions. So basically, if you have to create a slide in Google Slides, you need to, if you want to create a slide, what you want to do, you have to do. Oh, you need to think what I have to do, right? First, then you will go and click, I want to create a slide, plus button, right? Then you need to move your mouse to the block area where you would edit, and then you provide types and text. And let's try this here. This presentation is not shared, doesn't matter, we'll create a new one. Okay, so, and I want to create a new slide, the situation, like I have some title, let me type this here, okay? Okay, and then I just, this is the topic of the slide, and then I want to say something, right? So I just as I need to press plus, nice, and then I need to type some text, and this is some idea, right? Idea, and then let's see how it works. That's how it looks, right? So you just click, you just need to think, you just need to adjust, you adjust fonts, styles. So it's, and I've created certain like templates of presentation. So it was like, and I've needed to make like 5 presentations a day. So, and it was very inconvenient, like problem for me. And so I decided just to create my own tool. I'm a software engineer, and so why not? Okay, so it was the example here. It was the example of how to create a Google slide and how it works afterwards. And so you need that, yes, go through the whole process. And some of you asked for the previous presenter about how we would measure the convenience. So the convenience is how many actions a person should make to perform certain action. And we just created a slide, typed it, and that's what we got in the Google Slides as a result. So that's what we have. And with my product, it's very easy to create presentations. So let me, I don't know. Maybe some of you have questions. I can just right now, maybe you might. Okay. The question would be is. Okay, presentation is redundant. Okay. Yeah, not down today. Okay, sorry. But the point is, here is my product. So basically, it's very simple. When I press enter, I just.
You just used your 5 minutes, but I believe
okay.
the audience is intrigued.
So,
We're waiting for them.
Okay, so basically I'm looking for co-founders, and that's how you can find me. Yeah, that's it. So it's very simple tool. The main benefit is UX, and totally easy to create ugly presentations, and probably in future we will make them beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dmitry. As an old person, may I ask a question whether it's somehow overlaps with ChatGPT technologies and auto-generational services?
Yeah, AI is kind of cool topic, and but I need to log in, okay? Sure. Veronica will know my password.
Yes.
Okay, somebody have to ask the question now. ChatGPT, okay. So
Who has killed Laura Palmer?
So that's how I create the slide here, okay? Escape and save. And that's how I can share this in Google Meet, for instance, if I'm having some online meeting. So, and it doesn't cover the whole area of my screen. It shows just here, so it works extremely easy. And during the presentation, I can write down your question. And then the answer. So if we have, for instance, some sales presentation, where you can write down the question by your potential customer and type in your answer and send them a link. So so they immediately have yuans. So basically, that's the tool completely focused on creating great presentations, focusing on content, less on decorations. It will come later. And so it's people who deliver content and want to deliver their message.
Okay, thank you, Dmitry, very much. So no investors proposition, only searching for co-founders, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like looking for investors right now, looking for co-founders. Yes.
Okay, any questions from the jury?
It's like, how are you going to verify that it's not just the tool for you, yeah? Because there is like, how you define the audience and how big is that audience? Or did you kind of thought about that already?
Yeah, I've run a series of customer interviews. This is one of the things. And the second, I would say just go and sell it and just figure out if it works. Basically, that's the truth.
And what would be your business model?
Freemium with features like teamwork, custom layouts, color schemes, fonts, other stuff for companies.
More questions from the jury? Daddy?
Sorry, I didn't really get what is the difference between Google Slide and your solution?
Okay.
It's like fundamental difference.
Fundamental
Let's
difference.
fix
The very fundamental thing is in Google Slides, you think like, how could you create a slide? And here you just type in your text, just as you would in the text editor. For instance, if I type enter, it's like new line in the text editor. So I'm just typing out my ideas and I go to the presentation. I immediately see how it looks like. And so I'm basically focusing on creating content, not on like just editing the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the audience?
I know some people who use, for example, Canva with templates, and they just open slide, write text on slide that given by Canva, and they needn't do all these things like in Google Slides. And when there was example with Google Slides, in the right part of screen there was templates by Google. Maybe it's not a problem at all.
I've tried a lot. Just trust me. If I was creating 5 presentations a day, you just try a lot to make it work. Like I've tried templates. I tried like, and you search some templates on the internet. You try fonts. You try fonts to work with different languages. After adjustment, for instance, after adjustments of the size, it just basically doesn't work in Google Slides. So you type more text, it doesn't fit. It doesn't work. So it's a very basic feature. And Canvas, yes, there are lots of competitors. I'm not saying like I'm just the very new and the most clever guy here. So PowerPoint, Google Slides, Keynotes, obviously is just large multi-billion-dollar products. Fancy stuff like Canva, Prezi, SlideBeam, things which give you like video presentations. Some people create presentations in Figma, Photoshop, including myself and managers in my company, but it still doesn't really work. And the AI things like Jasper AI, presentation side, Deck Robot, other stuff. And there are lots of presentation templates, so it's a huge thing. I'm not saying like I'm just it's very new and so on.
Okay, thank you very much, Dmitry.
Thank you.
And the next speaker is Fidget, I believe.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Oleg from Fidget. I'm CPDO in Poland and Europe, and our co-founders are in Ukraine and USA, and they cannot get here. So I hope my expertise will be enough for today. We help our product. We help physical products sell themselves via digital personalization. The way customers buy is changing, and these days they want more personal and digital experiences, even when they buying physical products. They are willing to pay more for personalization and are ready to share their data. Basic labels have been around for generations, but they are great for branding and providing basic info, but they have no, they're missing the personalization and customer engagement. And of course, they do not provide any data of the end customer to the brand at all. That's where we come in. Fidget helps to accelerate sales by turning physical products into two-way communication channels powered by engaging digital tools. With a simple personal link on each label via NFC tag or QR code, very easy to implement and use, no manufacturer code and no consumer application is needed. With Fidget, brands can engage with customers throughout the entire life cycle of the product, from before purchase to after sales feedback, loyalty rewards, cross-selling and selling, and much more. And on top of that, any product powered with Fidget turns into a completely novel experience for different customer segments. Our pilots have shown amazing results with twice faster sales and one-time 72 in activation rate on engagement side. And we made it very simple to launch with no-code CMS. We charge a license for a fee for every scan, starting from 2 cents. Only from 2 cents, and a higher payment for every label. And of course, we also have subscriptions. We sell to CMOs and compete for digital marketing budgets, and with huge market potential, projected to hit 21 million in revenue by 2027, by our estimations. We have a great traction, ongoing project with over 100,000 projected yearly revenue. Many enterprises are in our pipeline, and a serious existing client base. We went through MIT and Nest accelerators, got it to top 5 and won Poland Prize grant. There are great competitors, of course, out there, and it's a huge, hard investment space, as you can see that in the right column. But I want to emphasize that brands and customers want a fast and easier way to implement their and use engaging content, and this is our niche. We are faster and easy to implement. Most importantly, we have the right team for success. Founders have worked together more than for 20 years, and team members are professionals with profound enterprise backgrounds and full range of different skills. And we have great advisors for the areas where we need them. Currently, we're raising $500,000 primarily for sales and marketing development and to strengthen our Polish, Europe, Great Britain market presence and entering the North American market. We are opening an entity right now there. And to launch the next version of our platform. Thank you. These are QR codes for our basic products, business cards, which we are also making and selling.
Thank you, Oleg.
One of the products also, I'm wearing it. I have an NFC here with my business card also.
So, any questions from Julie?
I have a question on exit gate. You mentioned that you're targeting 21 million revenue in 2027. And what do you think is multiple for the company like that?
This is not my expertise because
Yeah.
I'm not a founder. I'm developing our presence here, and I'll happy.
That's true. Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
Can you tell a little bit about actual pilots you already had these pilots?
Actual pilot.
Pilots,
the
yes.
project.
Pilots of the projects, yeah.
Mm,
What was the scale? What was the size? What were results probably?
Pilots were quite different.
Okay.
Excuse me, different presentations, pilots were there.
Mhm.
We made a pilot with, for example, Kia. We made I'm sorry, Drillock. Yeah, for car keys with an NFC, and every driver could order a service or watch anything about his car or anything, just tapping his phone on his car keys. We also made a pilot with the Longi, where anyone could, the owner of the Longi machine could order coffee and make order in the shop, electronic shop, just for the owners of these machines for special prices. We made different pilots with Nova Poshta in Ukraine, with swap products, for example, with apparel, and for example, apparel for Parimatch. 59% activation rate was for the apparel that was given for free to their VIP gamers. So you have free apparel, but you use and activate it. It's quite something that they used it because they didn't bought it.
Did you understood that the business model is based on scans? Like the payment is based per scan for you, or like they understood correct?
Two different. We have two different models. One model is for mass market. It's very scalable, and it's for labels placed on food, on beauty products, on medicine.
SKU in this case, yeah?
Yeah. One SKU and many products. And this becomes price per scan. And the second model is limited versions, for example, 100 of these hoodies, and their customer pays for every unique NFC, for example, with our platform behind this NFC, because we don't always sell NFCs, we sell a platform. And in this platform, he gets an access to the information about the product, the history, maybe some counterfeit protection and other stuff. And he can share this data with his friends and so on. It's like a digital twin, and brand ambassador, virtual brand ambassador in the product.
Okay, thank you very much. And we have time for one question from the audience. Anyone? No. Thank you very much, Oleg.
Maybe I would ask, because you had you integrate AI-based personalization. What do you mean by that?
AI, no. We haven't integrated AI yet.
But yeah, but
We
you
are
are planning.
starting
So
to.
what?
We are starting to do. Yes, it's the next year. We are starting to use AI programs. We are starting to cooperate with metaverses, some of them, and with some humanitarian and cultural NFCs. For example, to spread the culture of Ukraine and help Ukrainians.
What exactly do you mean by AI personalization? That was the question. What is it?
I don't personally participate in that program, but I think that Yes. We have personalization in this CPG products for mass market, which our cross sales and page representation are different for different people. For example, for male and females and something like that. And we can use AI to get back to make this better.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex. And we have the final startup. It's Humachi, please. Welcome on board.
Hello everyone. Hope you still have energy for the last pitch deck for today. Yeah? Okay. So, my name is Olga, and today I'm going to talk with you about hiring. Just imagine the platform that can now assess the skills of your ideal candidate just by a professional community, and it will take just 30 minutes instead of 1 hour and $100 instead of $500. Why I'm so sure in our success? Because I'm a part of a team of professionals who have an immense experience in the respective fields. So right now you are thinking that there are so many platforms like this, and you're absolutely right. But none of them have the professional society soft and hard skills tests which are verified by this professional society community, and none of them have competency database. So we solve the following problems. We give the real tools for the business to assess their talent skills. We save money, we save time, and for the talent we save time, and we give the valuable feedback. So how does it work? The business describes the requirements for the talent. Talent passes the soft and hard tests, and Humachi connects business and talent if their match reaches more than 80%. So once again, I will emphasize our uniqueness. It is professional community, up-to-date, verified soft and hard skill competency database. According to our research, 43% of HRD who took part in our research are ready to pay $100 per talent. So, and they're ready to pay because we save up to $400 per talent on pre-screening, and will not lose the junior with the senior skills, because just skills matter. That's very important. So this year we are going to launch our MVP, create our professional community. We will create our test system, release our product, and start our marketing campaign. So the next year we are going to expand our product on different markets and different industries. I have already mentioned our numerous competitors, but you already know our advantages. Our potential market is huge, but we will start with the IT sector and IT companies. By the end of this year, we are going to have 8,000 subscribers, and we are planning to have revenue up to $9 million. But to reach these KPIs, we need investments. That's why I'm here and ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
questions,
Ladies,
please?
gentlemen,
Yeah, and could you please tell us what do you have right now in terms of your platform, MVP or something?
Just now we're creating our community of professionals who will create the tests for us. So we're just on our MVP stage.
And could you please tell regarding how does it work? So you will ask your community to assess potential candidate?
First of all, to create the test itself, because there are lots of tests, different tests, and they are all on the different stage of their verifying and so on and so forth, and some of them are really very big. And we want our community of professionals to make real tests, so who you can trust, that you will know that it is the real test that can really assess the skills of your talent.
And in this case, what is something you define as community here? Who is that? It's like, you know, some like the people you're hiring, the people who like you are in your networking. So who is the community actually?
We will start with the hiring persons, of course, but then we are going to do it like a social network. So they will talk to each other, they will work with each other because they will have the opportunity to share their experience, to use the experience of their colleagues. So it will be kind of social network.
Okay, and if, for example, I have a candidate like investments associate, what is the path for this candidate going through the community? Will it have one like conversation or interview or several of them? How will it work?
So there will be tests for soft skills. For example, you have, let's say, salesman. No. For example, investment. Yes. So the main point here is that we will have the database of competencies. So you will go to this database and you will got the competencies that this analysis, I don't know who, let it be an investment analysis, okay? Analytics. So, and you will get the competencies that he should require, that he should have. So, if it is okay for you, you just put it on our database of talents. The IE will scan tests of the persons who has the resumes according to this investment analytics. And if there is a matching between your requirements and his tests, more than 80%, then you will be contacted.
And where is the community take place?
The community will create these tests for the talent to pass.
Okay. But all other paths is only like interviewing, verifying.
No, the community doesn't have any connection to that. It is just on the part of the business.
Okay.
You're welcome.
so many questions.
How
from
long do you think you need to have this kind of commercial version of it?
I think 3 months.
And what is the plan to go to almost $10 million in a year?
Because of the subscriptions,
Yeah.
yes. It will be, we have the different package for the business. It will depend on how much are you hiring. For example, you need 1 talent a month, or you need 3 talent a month, or 5 talent a month, or even bigger. And there are packages with different sums. So we calculated, we've made the business model, and we understood that it is quite. We can do it by the end of the year.
And did you take into consideration that right now, kind of the tech market is not really in the hiring mode? So kind of if you look at some data from like 2020, 2021, that would not be really the data very valid for the next probably months, even maybe it's like 2 years, for example.
Yes, of course, sure. We will correct our plans, of course, according to the market. Perhaps we will spread our product on different industries earlier than the plan. That will depend on the market, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you very much, Olga, for your
Thank you.
presentation.
Have a good evening.
Now we have 10 minutes for jury to make the decisions on the first three winners. We have around 10 minutes, and during this time there will be a QR-code you can scan, and all the audience can also vote for the fourth startup that will be the winner of among the audience. Физических симпатий, не знаю, как на английском. So here we go. I will open the slide here, and in 10 minutes you can come back and check who is the winner. I hope that startups will definitely come back and the audience as well. So see you in 10 minutes. And one important thing, я скажу на русском, это очень важно для стартапов. На самом деле в зале присутствовали 4 учителя английского языка. Ну, не учителя, они преподают английский, и для тех, кто хочет улучшить свой инглиш, это не то, что я говорю, что у вас плохой английский, просто это бонус к вашему выступлению. На самом деле все большие молодцы, очень круто выступали, видно, что готовились и все старались. Но вдруг, если вы захотите улучшить ваш питчинг перед инвесторами, наши крутейшие учителя во втором ряду сидели и делали пометки, и они смогут для тех, кому интересно, вы подойдете, мне напишите, подойдете, скажете, скинуть комменты, чтобы ваша презентация звучала еще круче и выглядела вот такой вот бонус. В общем, для всех. Надеюсь, что вы не испугались, не расстроились, наоборот, это классная штука. Да, 10 минут и все. Вы можете отсканировать QR-код, если не сканируете, то просто заходите на slide.com, вводите вот этот вот номер с штрих-кодом, видимо, вот, и голосуйте, будет как бы видно как раз по пути вашего голосования, кто побеждает. Я тоже проголосую.
Трек-аудиционный. То есть это и продукт в том, что чувак монитор смотрит, читает и включает. Да, оценка включения. Технология, одна из реализаций.
Я обучаюсь, читаю
Не знаю, но первое, я же очень сильно на работе сейчас заявлю. Второе, и пока типа 20 лет я не знаю, что через типа Готово сначала, то, что кстати, сначала даже я общался с парой месяцев назад, который всегда анализировал. Они через камеру смотрят хоккеистов. Я рассказывал. Хоккеистов, кто потом аналитику строит на каждом уровне. На игре. Я не знаю, как это даже не только да, у него идея такая, что организировать и смотреть они прямо в онлайн выкладывают. чтобы просто продавать организацию
The winner of the third place, I'm not sure if I speak right in English, the teachers will tell me if I'm right, so is the one that you see on the screen. So the third place goes to Philippine. And it coincides with the audience point of view. So the second place award goes to, what do you think it is? I want to be like the showman, but I'm not. So Amacare, the second place. And the first one is I'm sorry. So yeah, I can speak.
I took the first place. Thank you for your vote. And not thank you many percents from this screen. Yeah.
So sorry, you don't need, when I was watching the presentation about what you don't need to do while you're presenting or having a pitch, you don't need to eat nuts, so don't eat them. It's not very good. So so the first three places, they get books from Zubr Capital, but also consultations from our jury. We will distribute the startups between the jury and the expertise. And since the audience choice award is the same as the third place, so there won't be maybe care MeetSlides. Okay, MeetSlides will get a consultancy from one of the jury, and yeah, here we go. So the first place is Gover. This is your book and consultancy. Who wants to consult over from the jury? Maybe you've already decided who will be the best.
I'm happy to.
Okay. So, yeah,
Why Gover in first place?
who wants to explain? Yeah. Why? Do you want to? Does someone want to comment?
Yeah, basically we decided, we have pretty different opinions regarding the first place, yeah, and we have, pretty different. And I was for Gover, and the key reason for me was that we, as a fund, we analyzed a lot of business models in terms of English education or some type of applications. And basically, a lot of models are loss-making due to the fact that you need to pay teacher. And in case you somehow eliminate teacher, you start to be a pretty profit-making business. And basically, in this idea, we like this idea to eliminate teacher, and this could lead to potential really big profit-making business.
And
So,
the execution?
we will see.
We see, I'm not about my startup, I'm uncommon, but people come to show the execution as one of the parts. And do you see the best execution from Gover?
It's very discussable question.
Yeah, let's discuss it after we announce all the winners, as we have a networking part. We still have time. Yeah, but this is the question to be discussed probably on chat or with the investors after we announce the second place. Yeah. Or do you want to add something?
Yeah, I mean, I also kind of, I like the Gover as well in the way that there is for sure market for it. There is like strong, I would say, market, especially in emerging markets, where actually many people really want to learn English, and they just not always this model based on, for example, subscription. And then there is kind of really strong growth. For example, all this chat-like based services. For example, in the Google Play as well. Yes, I think that's kind of course, the execution is a bit different point, but it's kind of, you have, of course, ideas at different stages. That's kind of.
Yeah, thank you very much for explaining your choice. So, Amacare, Andrei. And who wants to consult Andrew? Yeah. Who wants to consult Andrew?
Okay, yeah, I will comment. Okay, so we actually had like 2 voices for the first place for Gover and 2 voices for Amacare, and I voted for Amacare because actually at this early stage you actually need like 3 things. You need like strong team, you need big market and great problem to be solved, and we need to kind of curious mind and energy to find solution for this problem. I think that Amacare has all of these ingredients, so at this early stage it's like really winners, so they did a lot of great research. Pitch was really good. They understand the problem. I think there is a couple of kind of implementation problems, but in general I think that this was one of the best pitches today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So you will consult and okay. So it's you. And the third place is Phil Quinn. Please take your book and
Я иду уже, бегу.
Yeah, and who will consult Phil Quinn? Nikita, okay. And as I've told, MeetSlides get the Audience Choice Award, and who can consult? Yeah, so we will. Dima, so you should remember your thank you very much, everyone, for coming and taking part in the pitch day 2. So I've asked the audience if they want to go to after party, but they're still hesitating. So do I. So am I. Yeah. So probably, if you want to go somewhere, there are 2 places you can go. One of them is our partners, but yeah, fortunately, this part from our side is over. But if you want, you can continue talking and drinking and so on, of course. So thank you very much for coming, and see you next month.
Thank you. Участники, которые были, пожалуйста, давайте сфотографируемся вместе, хорошо? Слушай меня, всем